Well, folks, the merry-go-round of New Zealand Super Rugby coaching roles has seen one seat filled, with Sevens coach Clark Laidlaw being confirmed to take over the Canes from 2024. We'll go over the appointment, a bit of his background, and some of the other kind of options for coaches that are going around, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. Remember that up until the Canes have confirmed Laidlaw as their coach, we've also got the Blues looking for a coach, the Crusaders looking for a coach, and Moana Pacifica looking for a coach. So we got 4 teams based in New Zealand simultaneously looking for coaches. And as I said, the Canes being the first one to confirm that they got their man. Now, I should say the Herald here in New Zealand, we take that with a bit of a grain of caution with the Herald, but they are saying that Laidlaw apparently turned down my Blues for this job as well. So there were apparently 2 teams vying for his signature, and it's the Canes that get it. He does have a background with the Canes, having worked with them before, which maybe makes sense, and maybe makes sense in terms of the way that the Canes like to play. The Canes are generally a pretty exciting team, and the fact that they've got a sevens man stepping in maybe speaks to the direction that they want to go. But as I said, he must be pretty highly regarded in the New Zealand rugby field. Obviously, he took over that 7 sides from the legend Gordon Titchens. Very big shoes to fill. And I don't follow sevens at all, like very loosely. But by all accounts, I think he's done a pretty good job with the New Zealand sevens team. Obviously, they didn't get gold at the Olympics, but I'm pretty sure they got gold in the Commonwealth Games. So, they've still been a kind of competitive side on that 7 scenes, the men's 7 side. So, to keep the role as long as he did, I think it's since 2017, he's been doing all right with that 7 side. He's been recently coaching the New Zealand under-20 side, the 15s boys, although they did just lose to the junior Wallabies, which is maybe not the greatest endorsement. But for a Scotsman to be trusted with our 7 side and our under-20 side, and now one of our Super Rugby sides, is pretty unusual. We don't have many foreign rugby coaches here in New Zealand. Obviously, we had Ronan O'Gara as assistant here a few years ago with the Crusaders. Obviously, we've had David Nusafora, who's coached the Blues in the past. But generally speaking, the guys who run the teams in New Zealand, be it the All Blacks, the Sevens, the Black Ferns, Super Rugby sides, whoever it is, ITM Cup sides or the Mitre 10 Cup sides, Bunnings NPC sides, God, that competition changes its name a lot. They're pretty much always Kiwis. So for a Scotsman to do as well as he's doing, and if apparently 2 Super Rugby teams were after his signature, definitely pretty highly regarded. In terms of his background, like I mentioned, he's been with Taranaki in 2008 as a skills coach, worked with Gordon Titchens as like a video analyst and a skills coach. The Canes, when he was with the Canes, he was the backs coach, so he's been an assistant coach here in New Zealand, should know the Canes set up pretty well. Went back to the UK to be a backs and attack coach with London Irish before returning to New Zealand to take over the Sevens. So, I would expect to see a pretty attacking-looking Canes outfit. Obviously, he's going to need to bring in the right people to look after the forwards, because you can have the flashiest backs in the world, but if you don't have the forward pack to match, kind of fat lot of good that does. But he is the first guy to be appointed. We still wait to see what's going to happen with the Blues, Crusaders, and Moana Pacifica. Remember, he's like a cousin of Greg Laidlaw. So there's definitely a Scottish connection with him. But as I said, he's been in New Zealand for many a year now, so certainly knows the New Zealand rugby scene. And I'm curious to know how you Canes fans feel. Do you think this is going to be a step up? Do you think your side is going to go from, they're kind of like a 5th place side at the moment, to be kind of more challenging where the Chiefs and Crusaders are at the moment? Or, I guess partly it'll be the playing staff, but we'll have to see what happens after the World Cup. But that's the news. You guys let us know your thoughts on the appointment. Do you think it's a good move? And we will wait to see what happens with the other coaching roles. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Ta-ra.